We're about to get underway here up in Grand Forks. And a nice drive in. Only battled, let's just say it was an 80-mile-an-hour wind from the northwest blowing snow across the road. Visibility fine. You can see about 100 yards. Got interesting around Thompson once it looked like the county had decided to spray the roads, which then made all the blowing snow going across the road to stop. They would have been better off leaving it alone. First period underway here now. DeFiore, face-off won by the Aviators. Angels wearing black being the away team. Grand Forks wearing white. Puck regained possession by the Angels. And offsides as Jace Peaslin crossed over. Down in Aviators' end. DeFiore with the draw. Face-off won nicely back to Therrelton. Therrelton, cross-ice pass over to Nyquist, feeding it up to DeFiore. Ed's tied up. Possession regained by Grand Forks. Bank pass off the boards. Puck gets picked up now by Nyquist down behind the goal line, stripped away by 8. Pass out to the point. 17 winds up. He rips a shot, gets deflected wide off the skate of Noah. Tied up now in the corner. Pass back across behind the goal line, chipped further in by Grand Forks. Tries to get it out. Shot from the point goes wide. Smacking the boards behind the goal line. Battling for it. Back near side was Ed. His pass across to Noah, just a little bit out of reach. Bank pass broken up by Ed. DeFiore, advancing in. He's tied up as he was trying to get a shot towards net. 6 recovers for Grand Forks. Aviators back on the offensive. Flying upside wall. Centering pass broken up by Jenner Peaslin. He has the puck stripped off of his stick. Backhanded by DeFiore up to Emineth. Emineth feeding it up. Recovered, big save by Noonan. Puck wrapping along the boards up near side. Battle just hard to see out of reach. Puck dumped back in by Grand Forks up near side. Centering pass off a skate, deflected and cleared wide by the Angels. Stripped away off the stick of Key. He's still battling far side. Emineth tries dumping it out of the zone. Cook there with it, and that puck's going to get flipped up and over the glass and out of play. Yeah, you're fine there. Face off in the Angels' end in front of the bench. Cook with the draw. Loose puck on after the face off. Dunked back into the Angels' end by Grand Forks. Picked up by Emineth. Emineth blows a tire behind. Pass along the near side boards by Grand Forks. It was picked up by Polanski. Pulled off the wall to the stick of Key. Bounces off him. Went to defender. Recovered back in the neutral zone by Jenner Peaslin. Overskated it briefly. Battle along the boards. Brought back into the Angels' end by 14. Centering pass broken up by Emineth. Shot from the point, knocked out of the air by Emineth. Emineth cross-ice pass, trying to find Polanski. Got deflected off the leg of Grand Forks. And puck's going to come back up near side. Recovered by Angels. Cross pass to Nyquist. His forward pass was broken up, but recovered now by Polanski. Polanski tried chipping it more deep, but it stopped in the neutral zone. Sent back in by Aviators. Dumped behind the goal line by Sandy. To Therrelton. And a shot and a goal as the puck inadvertently came out front. And Noonan being down trying to stop a wraparound. That's going to result in Grand Forks getting on the scoreboard here first. Do a quick camera adjustment. Try and get things a little bit more level. Kind of an awkward setup. Being so close and so high. Off the draw with Sandy. Face-off won by Grand Forks. They advance back down in. Kept in at the point by 5. Dumped back out of the zone by Therrelton. Aiken's on the chase. So is Lundy. Puck recovered by 15. He skates it down behind the Grand Forks net. Drop pass back. Sent back up along the far side wall. Poke check attempt by Sandy. Recovered by Grand Forks. Cross-ice pass not received. Picked up off the boards and dumped in to the stick of Therrelton. Therreltson's going to continue skating it out. Therreltson's going to be looking for a shot. He rips a shot, blocker save, rebound out front, just out of reach of Sandy. Nice back check by Therreltson, and he dumps it back in, and Sandy was still leaving the zone, so offsides is going to be the whistle. It'll be a near side offsides face-off with Bolte taking the draw. Puck got tied up in the skate to the official. Stepping forward is Bolte. He fed it across to Olsen. Olsen giving chase now along the far wall. He's tied up by an Aviator. Breakout pass swept through everybody. Grabbed and dumped back in by Tweeten. Recovered by Grand Forks as they're going to carry it back out now into the neutral zone and back down into Angels territory. Getting taken down on the play is M&F. Recovered by Angels, cross-ice pass. That pass is going to carry itself all the way down. And icing waved off by the official. Recovered now by three. Three flying up along the near wall. Poke checked away by Jace Peaslin. Missed it on the stick handle of Jenner Peaslin. Centering pass broken up by Jace Peaslin. Olsen battling for it. He gets checked down on the play. Puck's going to get skated out of the zone by Jace Peaslin. Sent back deep by the Aviators. Broken up by the stick of M&F. M&F will put on the brakes behind the goal. Two over to Olsen, who fed it to Peaslin. Peaslin had it poke checked away right away in the neutral zone. Recovered by 18, shot on target, stick save cleared wide by Noonan. Puck recovered by M&F, a whiff on the pass over to Noah. Pass out to the point from Grand Forks. Hit traffic before reaching the net. Sent along the boards by Jenner Peaslin. Noah was trying to get it out, but offsides is going to call the play dead. It'll be a face-off in front of the Angels bench in the Angels' end. There's 11:49 to go in period number one. DeFiore with the draw. Loose puck gets dumped in by Grand Forks. Giving chase is Nyquist. Lost it in his skates. He's battling in the corner. Recovered by Grand Forks. Pass out to the point. Tried to get it out where the pressure from Noah was there. Noah's got a 2-on-1, or a 1-on-2 rather. Able to get the puck towards net, and the goaltender freezing it. Still trying to make a little bit of a camera adjustment. There we go. DeFiore with the draw. Face-off one, DeFiore, two, Therrelton. Therrelton rips a shot. Snuck it through all the traffic. Glove save and held on by the Tendy. On near side face-off. Glove hand side of the goalie. DeFiore with the draw again. Face-off one again to Therrelton. Therrelton looking for an outlet. Passed it down to Peaslin. Jace Peaslin gets a shot from the wide wall. Glove save and held on. Face off again, near side corner. Face off one by Cook to Therrelton this time. Therrelton steps in, he rips a shot. Snuck it through traffic. Chest save and held on. Face off one this time against Cook by Grand Forks. Tied up in the corner and stripped away by Polanski. Recovered behind the goal line by the Aviators. Dumped further in by Cook. Hard check into the boards by Polanski, but the player is able to stay with it. 15 sends it far side. Kept in at the point by Nyquist. Recovered by 12. Pass across, snuck through everyone. Grabbed by Therrelton. Puck recovered by 8. Lost it in the skates of teammates. Sent across from Polanski to Key. Key dumps it. Puck wraps along the board. Stopped short by the goalie. Pressured now behind the goal line. Breakout pass bounced off the stick of the intended target. Kept in initially by M&F. Recovered by Grand Forks. Forwarding passes pushed off by Lundy. Recovered by M&F in the corner. Lundy with it. Pulls it wide. He's going to continue skating it out. Goes up the wall. Goes up the near side. He's going to get taken down, and now we're going to have a penalty on the play. And 6 for Grand Forks is going to go for tripping, as Lundy was taken down in the near corner. That'll be an Angels power play. First of the game with 10:08 to go in period number 1. Right off the draw, shot by Peaslin. Kept in at the point by Polanski. Polanski passed it near up to Jenner Peaslin, to Jace Peaslin along the wall, across to Polanski. Polanski winds up, he rips a shot. Rebound cleared wide by Aviators, and their dump pass off the boards is going to bring it all the way down. It's going to get picked up, and icing waved off. Polanski with it, passes it up to Jace Peaslin. Jace Peaslin continues down into Grand Forks zone. Into the corner, puts on the brakes. Looking for a pass out to the point. Was broken up and red by 7. Icing waved off. And going to get sent all the way back down to the Grand Forks end. Off the draw, walk along the wall, dumped in deep by Therrelton, recovered by Key. Key gets tied up on the boards, going in to add support is Sandy. Puck gets chipped up into the glass by the Aviators. Stopped by Aiken, shot from the wide angle point by Sandy. Puck slides into the near corner. Stepping in is Emineth, he's going to go down hard. Wind up shot, Therrelton's gets deflected just high in the net. Kept in at the far side point. Pass from Aiken back near side to Therrelton. Therrelton tries to go down. Really smart play shot as he was finding that open net down low. Just missing it. Pass, swing and a miss by Emineth, just out of camera view. Key had blown a tire on the play. Loose puck now. Aiken steps in. He rips a shot. Bar down. Beats the goalie and blocker hand side. That's a power play goal. Scored by Coulter Aiken. I believe maybe that was passed out to him by Braden Key. Could be wrong on that. Face off by Bolte, won by Aviators. They dump it into the corner. Score back tied again, 1-1. 8:21 to go in period number 1. Puck battle, shot from the wide angle. Leg save, centering pass, and net gets knocked off of its post. So they'll call the play dead. I had that wrong. That was Christian Sandy that had passed that out. Face off one, Aviators. Head wind up, deflected shot, goes just wide. Crossing in front of the net, pulling up the puck off the far side wall. Olsen feeding it up to Tweeten. Recovered in the neutral zone by Grand Forks. Dumped in, broken up by Therrelton. Therrelton fed it up to Olsen. Puck slid underneath his stick. Dumped back in towards Angels end by 17. Puck sent towards net, stopped short by Therrelton. Therrelton was trying to feed it to Olsen, got deflected, recovered by Bolte. Bolte winning the red line, dumps it down deep. Puck got tied up in the skates of the official. Recovered by Nyquist, sends it over to Therrelton. Therrelton looking to feed it up to Tweeten. Tweeten dumps it down deep into the corner. Bolte adding pressure behind the net. The Aviators had recovered. Stepping up from the point is Nyquist. Centering pass got hit the skate of the goalie. Almost got deflected into the back of the net as the goalie was spinning looking for it, but he dropped down making the save. 7:19 to go in period number 1. Off the draw, puck pulled along the wall, along the far wall by Noah. Slides down into the near corner. Pulled out by DeFiore. DeFiore with a backhand pass. Loose puck recovered. Shot from Jace Peaslin. Gets deflected, bounces just up and over the net, and that got knocked off of his post again. That was the reason for the whistle. DeFiore with the draw. Face off one back to Jenner Peaslin. He'll pull it in towards the middle. No clear shot. Sent along the boards. Centering pass from DeFiore. Got broken up. Sent along the far wall. Grabbed and brought back in by 3. Back check by DeFiore. Sent up to Noah. Poke check was stolen away by 9. Broken up by DeFiore. Sent in, and Jace Peaslin rips a shot. Big blocker save. Pressured by DeFiore, allows Peaslin. He rips a shot from the wide angle. Cleared wide off the skate of 9. 9 carries it into the far corner. Breakout pass broken up by Noah. Loose puck out from the point. Sent wide by Jenner Peaslin. Jace Peaslin picks it up along the wall to Jenner Peaslin. Jenner Peaslin dumps it down off the wall to the corner where Noah was waiting for it. Noah back to Emineth. And puck's going to get launched down by 3, so icing is going to be the whistle. That'll bring it back for a far side face-off down in Grand Forks end. Off the draw with Cook, won by Aviators. Loose puck carried behind the goal line. Pressured by Cook. Lost it in the skates, but recovered. He's pushed off of the puck. Still battling for it. Recovered now by the Aviators. Sidestepping. Check from Key. Key gets pushed off of the puck. Sent into the corner again by Nyquist from the point. Key going after it. Cook also going in. Puck's going to get dumped up off the glass now. And it'll be icing as it carries and rolls all the way down. So it'll be a near side face-off down in the Aviators' end. Cook with the draw. Puck gets sent along the near wall. Gets chipped out, picked up by the Aviators. Aviators coming back down. Poke checked away by Therrelton. Reaching for it is Key. Key's going to get hammered up on the play. Puck slid down into the Aviators zone. Dumped back in by Therrelton. Battling for it is Polanski. Sent back out by Aviators. Recovered by Polanski. Polanski's trying to feed it across to Sandy. Broken up by Grand Forks. Seven's going to continue chasing it along the boards into the corner into behind the net. Flipped up along the boards by Sandy. Shot from the far side point. Broken up by the body of Therrelton and chipped out. And now Braden Key's going in. Nice back check by 18, and 18 steamrolls Christian Sandy in the corner. Puck recovered by Polanski to Sandy. Sandy's going to wind up. He rips a shot. Goes just wide. Stepping in to keep it in is Lundy. Puck slid underneath his stick. Recovered out in the neutral zone by Emineth. Pass across to Sandy. Broken up. Dumped back in the neutral zone. Sent right back by Peaslin to 19. Or 18 rather. 18's going to cycle around, bringing it back down into the Angels' end. His shot attempt broken up by Jenner Peaslin. Stripped away by Peaslin. Continued to skate up along the far wall. Gets around one defender. Shot towards net. He had Aiken wide open. Should have made that pass instead of a wide angle shot. Shot from the point. Picked up by Aiken, backhand pass, and recovered by Grand Forks, and they didn't like it down there, so they're going to launch it all the way back down. It's going to be a far side face-off down in Aviators' end. Goaltender doing some caretaking to the net, making sure that the spikes are appropriately situated in the ice. Off the drive, Tweeten tried getting a shot off, stick tied up, pass from behind the goal line to Bolte. Bolte sends it back behind the goal line to Tweeten, back to Bolte. Bolte looking for an outlet. Olsen out front, he's tied up, shot from the wide angle, or from the wide point by Jenner Peasland. Glove save and held on.
Keep moving it around, Black. Good job.
.3:31 to go, period number 1. Bolte with the face-off. Bounces up over the stick of Jenner Peasland. He retreats back, recovers. Backhand pass along the boards, recovered by 4. 4 winds up. He rips a shot. Massive reflex save by Noonan as that got deflected. I believe that was going to be going in. And we're going to have a penalty on the play now. It looks like it's going to be against the Angels. And that'll be a penalty against Olsen for a slash. So that penalty is going to bring the face-off near side down in the Angels' end. That's a power play opportunity for the Grand Forks Aviators. A little pause on the ice, waiting for the timekeepers to get a penalty up on the scoreboard. There we are. Penalty kill face-off down in Angels' end, taken by DeFiore. Off the draw, driving towards it. Poke checked out of the zone by DeFiore. Recovered in the neutral zone by 17 and offsides as he dumped it down before 5 could vacate the area. Off the drop, puck tied up in skates, kept out by Therrelton, dumped in by 15, hits the boards behind the net and ricochets in, allows Noonan to grab it. DeFiore with the draw again. Face off one wide by DeFiore. Tied up along the boards was Therrelton, recovered by Aviators. And Therrelton now is going to go for a slash. Puck cleared out. Giving chase is Jude Noah. Empty net for Grand Forks for the extra attacker on the delayed penalty. Right now it's a 6-on-4. But the Angels not able to touch the puck without a whistle. Brought back in by the Aviators. Dumped into the corner. And now the puck's going to get touched by DeFiore. So it'll be a slash against Louis Therrelton. It's a 5-on-3. 2:16 to go in the period. Face-off point against Cook, out to the point. Far side pass to 9, over to 3. He rips a shot, sends it high up and over into the glass. Covered by 9 at the point. Again, across back to 3. Rebound pass cleared out by Jenner Peasland. It's going to be recovered by Grand Forks in the neutral zone. They'll cycle around, sends it back up near side to 11. 11's going to get it to the blue line and dump it deep. M&F giving chase in the corner. He's body checked off the puck. Puck recovered, sent out to the point. Stepping in is 3. He'll wind up. His shot broken up by the skate of Cook. Kept in along the boards by 9. Giving chase was Peasland. Recovered by M&F. Recovered and sent back out to the point to 3. Near side pass to 11. He'll wind up. He rips a shot. That hits traffic off the stick of 7 and up into the netting. A near side face-off down in Angels' end. 20 seconds to go on the Olsen penalty, and then it'll be a 5-on-4 for Grand Forks. Face-off won by Grand Forks. Pressured at the point by Aiken. Sent into the corner by 18, recovered by Grand Forks. Pass out to the point, couldn't be recovered by 12, 8 seconds to go on the Olsen penalty. Sent in now, cross-ice pass, couldn't figure out a target, recovered by Aiken, Coulter Aiken. He'll carry it in over the red line, continue going deep, wins the blue line, tried shooting towards net, got deflected, tie up in the corner now and brought back out of the zone by Grand Forks. Cross-ice pass broken up by Jace Peaslin, carried in again by Aiken. He's pushed off of the puck, 16 backhands it up to 14, 14 pressured. Sends it up to 16, just out of his reach. Slapped back forward by Jace Peaslin. Covered by Grand Forks. Backhanded back out of the zone again by Jace Peaslin, and offsides is going to call it dead. 30.1 seconds to go in the period, 14 seconds to go on the penalty kill. Fiore with the draw. Bouncing puck off the draw, sent from 5. Looking for his defender who had moved out of the way. Recovered to 17, forwarding pass up to 4. 4, skating it across. Drop pass recovered by 8. Send it back to 15, just out of his reach. And Angels are back at full strength, and offsides is going to be the call. Should be a center ice face-off. Face-off one by DeFiore to Peaslin, stripped away, but recovered. Battle along the near side boards. Puck got dumped down into the Angels' end. Covered behind the goal line by Ameneth, and he launched it out of the zone, and the buzzer brings period 1 to an end.
Nice job, Angels. Way to kill those 2.
Period 2 underway. Face off against Cook, won by the Aviators. Brought back into the Angels zone by 15. Rips a shot, glove save. Held on by Noonan. Far side face off, glove hand of Noonan. Face off won by Grand Forks. Had been deflected. Cleared just wide of the net. Pass from out front behind goal time. Kept in, wrapped around by Aviators. Recovered by Cook, and now we're gonna have net got taken off. Still having issues with some very inefficient spikes underneath the net, it appears. Or holes that are too big that allow the spikes to slide out. Dumped out of the zone by Polanski. It's going to be recovered by 17 out in Grand Forks zone. Kept in at the point by M&F. Recovered by Grand Forks, flipping it up off the glass, bounces over the stick of M&F. Giving chase, recover is M&F. He backhands it off the boards, just out of reach of Cook. Cook though, pressure, and able to find a loose puck after 17 fumbles with it. Polanski gets taken down in the high slot. Puck slides towards net, rolls in by the goaltender. Far side face-off, glove hand of the net. DeFiore now with the draw. Face-off one, shot wide angle from Pieslin, cleared wide by traffic. Kept in at the point by Nyquist. Broken up, sent back out by 10, hits 16. 16 in the neutral zone, goes near side to 14. 14 tried to put on the brakes, lost the puck on the stick handle. Broken up now by Noah. Noah wins the red line. He's going to dump it deep and then continue to give chase. And that's going to be a power play for the Angels. Three's going to go for interference, I believe. As he held up Jude. Noah. Pat. Move your hands. Yeah, just your hands. Kept in at the point by Therrelson, ripped a shot. Somehow threaded it through all the traffic. Far side face-off now, glove hand of the goalie. Sandy with the draw. Face-off one by Sandy, picked up to M&F, sends it over to Aiken. Aiken just out of reach of Therrelson. Tipped it up to M&F. M&F pressured, still has it. Tries centering the puck with all the pressure. Broken up by 14. He chips it out. Giving chase is Therrelson. Therrelson recovers in the corner. Continues to pick up speed, cycling down behind the net. He's going to be flying up ice. Therrelson sends it down. Backhand, gets a shot off. Saved by the goalie. Picked up and stepping up was M&F, but Grand Forks able to get a stick on it. Recovered by Therrelson. Therrelson back to M&F. M&F feeds it up to Sandy, who gave it right back to M&F. M&F fed it out to the point. Shot from the point from Noah, who was streaking in. Noah grabs his own rebound in the corner. Continues behind the net to the other side. Passes it up along the wall to M&F. Near side to Aiken. Aiken shot from the point. Like save, cleared into the corner. Sandy's pressured up off the puck. Aiken steps in from the point. Noah coming out from the corner. Loose puck picked up by Aiken. Aiken winds up. He rips a shot. Shoulder save, deflected up and over. Puck sent out to the point again to Pieslin. Almost got too many men if that puck could have touched M&F's skates. Shot from wide angle by Pieslin on target and save and held on by the goalie. Seconds to go on the Aviators penalty kill. 14:06 in period 2 remaining. DeFiore with the draw. Puck won by Aviators, flipped up into the glass. Covered along the boards by DeFiore. Pass out to the point to Pieslin. Pieslin over to Pieslin. Pieslin back to DeFiore. A one-timer shot. Hits traffic, broken up. DeFiore tried feeding it out to Jenner Pieslin. Aviator's able to clear the zone. Picking it up in the Angels' end is Polanski. Polanski will change directions after blowing a tire behind the net. Pulling it out from behind the goal line is DeFiore. DeFiore now flying back up center ice. Continues down, figuring out an outlet. Passes it out to the point to Polanski. Polanski looking for an outlet, goes back to DeFiore. DeFiore tries sending it all the way across to Jace Peaslin. Aviators are back at full strength. Tries to keep it in, but offsides was called as Jenner Peaslin advanced forward. And Bolte's setting up for the draw. Face off won by Aviators. Driving forward is defender 15. He cuts into the middle. Cycling around the top. Shot on target. Stick save into the corner from Noonan. Pressured off the puck was Nyquist. Olsen going for it. Stripped away by Bolte. Bolte wins the red line. Dumps it down deep. Continuing to give chase is Olsen. Pulled off the wall by Tweeten. Deflected on the wide angle shot behind the net. Brought back out by Aviators. Picked up Nyquist over to Theraldson. Tweeten gets hammered off the puck into the boards. Pass from Olsen off the boards. Tries to send it back in was Bolte before he exited the area. Grand Forks recovered. Olsen's going to go for hooking now. So that's going to be a face-off near side and another power play opportunity. Near side face-off, blocker hand of Noonan. Puck cleared wide and recovered by Emeneth. Emeneth finding an outlet, skates it up, passes it up to Cook. Cook cycles in. Continues down, drop hand pass back, and a one-timer shot from Aiken on the beautiful backhand pass from Cook. Glove save and held on. Far side face-off, glove hand of the goalie. 12:10 to go in period number 2. Off the draw, face-off won by Cook, out to the point to Emeneth. Emeneth pressured, sent it into Cook, who dumps it deep. Aiken giving chase along the boards. 18 looking what to do, pressured by Cook, sends it across to 12. Fed it up to 10, carried back across the blue line by 16 before broken up by Jenner Peaslin. Jenner Peaslin's going to continue carrying it in deep, cycling down behind the net. Continuing to carry it out, sent it out to the point, just missed the stick of Aiken. Chasing it back down is Emeneth in the Angel zone. He backhands it off the glass out into neutral zone where it's recovered by 18. 18's going to bring it back down deep. Carrying it down, wraparound attempt. Snuck it through everyone, but that's going to get taken off the post once again. Kind of seems like rink maintenance needs to do some work with the quality of the ice underneath the net posts, as it's probably been chipped away. They need to grind out the ice they have there now, and at night fill it full of water and let it refreeze, and then drill new holes. Off the draw after losing his footing. DeFiore tries clearing it out. Shot from 17 was going to be going wide, but glove save and held on. 52 seconds to go on the penalty kill for the Angels. Off the draw, puck tied up in skates, slides into the corner. Dumped up by Nyquist to DeFiore. DeFiore tries to find Noah. He's tied up, but DeFiore goes in and gets his support. Continues skating it down into the corner. He puts on the brakes, tries to figure out what to do. It's stripped away by 17. 17's going to carry it back down into the Angels' end. Centering pass Sent it behind teammates, broken up by Noah. Shot from 15, who had grabbed it from the point, broken up by the skate of Theraldson. Secondary shot, broken up by the skate of Theraldson. Theraldson hammers the puck along the boards, banking it back out. 10 seconds to go on the Angels penalty. 17 carries it back in. Centering pass. Skate save by Theraldson and a leg save by Noonan. And the Angels have successfully killed the penalty. And Theraldson going with it. It's going to continue skating it out. Lost it on the back poke check. And Aviators are going to dump it all the way down. So icing is going to bring it for a face-off. Should be near side down in the Aviators' end. 10-11 to go in period 2. Sandy with the face-off. Not sure who won that, but it was picked up possession by Grand Forks. Dropped behind, sent across, stripped away by the Angels. Centering pass from Sandy, no one there. Or centering pass from Aiken, no one there. Kept in at the point by Emineth. He dumps it into the far corner. Giving chase is Aiken. Sandy had lost it, recovered by Aiken. He's pushed up into the boards. Reverse direction by Aviators. Stolen away by Sandy. Sandy with a bat and a shot and a goal. Pass from Sandy to Aiken. Same pair that scored in the first period just did it again.
Nice job, Colter. Here you go, boys.
This time I will get it. Correctly noted. Coulter Aiken. Scoring goal number 2 for the Angels, assisted by Christian Sandy, number 10. Off the draw, broken stick by 16 with Luke Cook, and 14's got the puck. He slides a massive glove save. Massive save by Noonan. Wonderful glove save. Near side face-off, won by Cook into the wall.
Send the clip on that save.
I certainly did. Pass brought off the wall, cleared out by Jenner Peaslin. Brought back into the Aviator zone by Polanski. Polanski cycling down behind, fed it out front off the skate of Cook. 14's going to skate it back out for Grand Forks. Poke checked on after the back check by Polanski. Continuing into the corner is 14, stripped away by Nyquist. Or by Emineth, rather. Emineth pressured, sent it along the board's far side. Stepping in is 15 from the point. 15 ran into the pillister of Luke Cook behind the goal. 15's with it, centering pass cleared out off the stick of Noonan and dumped out of the zone by the Angels. Giving chase is Braden Key. Puck's gonna not make it all the way down there. 18's tied up by Key. Polanski's coming in with it. The puck got redirected towards the net. Near side face-off down in the Aviators' end. 8:30 to go. Bolte with the draw. Loose puck under the player. Referee never even dropped the puck. What are we doing? What are we doing? Puck got dropped that time. Shot off by Tweeten. I believe that hit traffic. I don't think that was a goalie save. 15's flying down ice. Poke checked away by Theraldson. Recovered by Tweeten to Olsen. Olsen thought he was feeding it to Bolte. Kept in at the blue line though. Recovered by Bolte in the far corner. Banks it off the boards to Nyquist. Loose puck chipped away by Olsen. Olsen fed it out to a cycling forward. Shot from the point after being broken up by Grand Forks. Saved by Noonan. Cleared out. Tried to clear it out, but broken up by the body of Olsen. Giving chase was Bolte. Stepping up to break it up with 17. 17 now. Winds up. He's shot deflected into the corner. Pressured by Theraldson. Theraldson tried to feed it up to the wall to Tweeten. Shot from the point. Grabbed out of the air by Bolte and flipped out of the zone. 9 recovers. Giving chase by Olsen. 9 banking the puck off the boards. Kept in by DeFiore. Puck chase now behind the goal line by Jace Peaslin. And the puck's going to slide all the way down for an icing. It's going to be a near side face-off. Blocker hand of the goalie. 7:11 to go, period number 2. DeFiore now with the draw. Face off one, DeFiore along the wall. Backhanded in further deep by Emineth. Recovered by 6. 6 on the spin pass. Broken up. Pass out front. Got deflected by bodies from Noah. Stepping up from the point is Emineth. 7 able to get it around him. DeFiore tied him up, but 6 comes in from behind. 6 cycles in. Lost it on the stick handle, but used his skate. Still battling for it. Jace Peaslin head poke checked it away. It's recovered by 11. 11 rips a shot. That one went high and got deflected higher wide by the wood twig of Noonan, I believe. And now we're going to have another power play opportunity for the Angels as Grand Forks 11 will go sit in the box for roughing. And because it would have been an icing whistle, they just bring it back out of the zone instead of bringing it back down to the Angels' end. Tries to clear it out, but got broken up by the skate of 6. 6 with the puck. Centering pass broken up by Aiken. Aiken's going to cycle it around now. Continuing to skate it up. A rolling puck is hard to handle. Continuing to roll into the corner. Puck picked up by Aiken. Stepped in at the point by Theraldson. Theraldson sidestepping, walks in. He rips a shot. Broken up by a body of 9. Whistle on the play. Net on this side now is getting loose. Sometimes you see goalies when they're down like in a butterfly position, they use the post to try and kick off of. That's not the case in this game. The net is just ever so delicately just getting tapped, and it's knocking it off. It's horrible spikes that are with the condition of the ice here in this particular arena. Kept in at the point, pass, spin shot by DeFiore. Glove save and held on by the goalie. It'll be a far side face-off again. DeFiore with the draw, glove hand side of the goalie. 5:47 to go, period number 2. Angels leading 2-1. Face-off, draw one by DeFiore. Carried wide by Jenner Peaslin. He dumps it along the boards, picked up behind the net by Noah. Noah sends it along the wall to Jace Peaslin, out to Jenner Peaslin. Jenner Peaslin up to Polanski. Polanski drop pass to DeFiore. DeFiore fed it out front to Jace Peaslin. Got deflected up almost into the rafters, but didn't touch anything, so play will go on. Pass out to the point from Noah to Polanski over to Jenner Peaslin. Shot, glove save and held on. That'll be a near side face-off. Blocker hand this time of the goalie. 47 seconds remaining in the Angels power play. Off the draw, puck tied up in the skates. Tried to get it pulled towards center ice by Polanski. Flipped out of the zone by the Aviators. Recovered by Jace Peaslin. He's going to cycle around, change of direction, come flying up ice. Continuing into the corner, he's going to go down hard. 6 having his stick tied up into the neck of Peasland. Pass from behind the goal line out to Polanski. Polanski pressured, sends it along the boards. Recovered by the Aviators. Stepping up was Polanski. Aviators able to clear it out, and 16 coming out. Noonan now stepping out, clears the puck wide. Wide angle shot, leg saved by Noonan. Puck recovered by DeFiore. DeFiore sends it up to Polanski. Polanski lost it on the stick handle. Poke checked away, and Aviators back at full strength. Was poke checked by DeFiore. Giving chase behind the goal line is Polanski. Centering pass from Polanski broken up. Found its way through. Shot from Lundy, and the net once again getting knocked off from all the contact in front of the net. Off the draw, loose puck dumped, slapped in further in by Aiken, recovered by 3. This chip pass off the glass attempt, broken up by Aiken. Aiken feeds it up to Sandy. Sandy turns on a weird spin whip shot, trying to put the puck on net. Really hard to do when you're at that kind of a twisted angle with the body. Has gone wide. Puck pulled off the board, swing and a miss by Aiken, sends it across to Lundy. Lundy rips a shot, and a shot and a goal by Christian Sandy. Buries it, goes top horns. Nice goal by Sandy. It's going to be a pass from both Asher Lundy and Aiken. That's going to give the Angels a 2-goal lead here in the second period with 3:45 remaining. Off the draw, driving forward is Christian Sandy. Recovered by 10. 10 feeds it up to 14. 14 uses the glass to get around Nyquist. Puck given chase now into the corner by 14. Centering pass attempt broken up by Angels. Loose puck pulled away by Theraldson. Theraldson sends it across to Aiken. Kept into the corner by 16. Theraldson's going to grab it. Continuing to skate the puck out of the zone. And flipped into the zone. Glove save cleared wide by Noonan. Bouncing off the stick, 16 with it. Quick save and recovery on the rebound by Noonan. 3:05 to go, period number 2. Face-off won by Bolte. Carried behind the goal line by Emineth. Fed it up to Key. And we're going to have Key going now for a penalty. And Grand Forks went super hard into the boards. Discussion on the ice with the officials to determine the severity of the penalty. And it's going to be, looks like a 2 and a 10. Probably. It's either going to be for checking from behind or boarding, one of the two. And so the penalty is going to bring the face-off back down into the Angels' end. Off the draw, face-off shot from the point goes just wide. Rebound save held on by Noonan. Face-off one, Aviators out to the point, 15 with it. Pressured by Noah. Cross-ice pass broken up by DeFiore. DeFiore fed it up to Noah. Noah going in, he's getting sent down. Shot towards net, went just wide. DeFiore with the puck, keeping it in. Cross-ice pass again, broken up by Noah along the boards. Recovered by 11. Whip pass by 18, dumped further in by 11, picked up behind the goal line by Emineth. Emineth fed it up to DeFiore. DeFiore is going to skate it out of the zone. He's going to win the red line and dump it down deep. Picked up by 15. 15 pressured off the puck by Jace Peaslin. Had initially been kept in by Sandy. Loose puck picked up by Theraldson. Theraldson tried feeding it across, slapped forward by 7. 7 ripping the stick out of the hands of Nyquist. Not sure how that's not a holding of the stick. You can't hold on to another player's stick and then visually rip it out of their hands. 1:42 to go. Face-off won by Aviators, picked up by 3. Near side pass to 8. Passing it up to 5. Centering pass broken up by Jace Peaslin, flipping it back up out of the zone. Recovered by 3, sends it up to 4. 8 with the puck now. Drop pass back to 3. 3 taking time, he winds up. Leg saved by Noonan. Puck carried now behind, and net again getting knocked off of his post. Loose puck off the draw, driving forward for it is Emineth. Shot from the point, went wide to keep it in. Backhanded pass from the corner from 5. Puck out 2-3. Dumped in and grabbed by Peaslin. Peaslin, reverse direction, sends it back to Emineth. Emineth skates it out. Tried feeding it over to Cook. And Angels are back at full strength. And carried out behind. Drop pass back near side 2-3. 3 tried feeding it across. It was broken up by Aiken. Recovered by Jenner Peaslin. Jenner Peaslin change of direction after put it on the brakes. Chip pass from the stick of Aiken to Cook, who fed it over to Polanski. Polanski pressure, no shot towards net, dumps it into the corner. Chased down by Cook, recovered by the Aviators. Lost it on the stick handle. Launches it off the glass, and puck will be no icing as it was on target. 4 seconds to go. And carried out from behind the goal line by Emineth. And that'll be it for period number 2. We'll have a long intermission break for Zamboni resurfacing. And then we'll be back at it for period 3 momentarily. All right, battle down in the corner. After third period's underway here. Big hit from Cook, and offsides is going to be the whistle. Off the draw, pass from Peaslin back to M&F. M&F wins the red line, dumps it down deep. Giving chase is Polanski. Puck broken up, but recovered. Carried down in by Grand Forks. Puck battle in the corner, recovered by Jenner Peaslin. Peaslin to M&F up to Polanski. Polanski wins the red line, dumps it down deep. Coming out, broken up on the pass forward by Sandy. Stepping up from the point was Theraldson. His shot goes high. Battle along the far wall. That's just what she thinks. Icing face-off, brought back down into Aviators' end, near side face-off. Sandy with the draw, won by Aviators. Tries to pass it out to Theraldson with Sandy, poke checked away by 5. Okay. Puck recovered by Aiken, carried back up far side. Aiken sent into the boards. Centering pass, broken up, giving chase is Olsen. Backhanded by Peaslin to M&F. M&F wins the blue line. Puck recovered by Aviators, chipped off the glass. And icing is going to bring the whistle and bring it back. It's a far side face-off down in Grand Forks' end. And Bolte, Olsen, and Peaslin. Face-off one, Bolte to Grand Forks. Grand Forks blows the tire, picked up in the corner by Bolte. Bolte tries to pass it out to Peaslin, sends it into the air. Goes over the stick of Peaslin. Recovered behind the goal line by M&F. M&F to Olsen. Olsen cross-ice pass to Jace Peaslin. Peaslin tried feeding it into Bolte. Giving chase is Peaslin behind the goal line. Stepping up from the point is Nyquist. Pass forward to 6. Pressure block off puck by Olsen. Puck slides down behind the goal line. Sidestepped by Olsen. Feeds it up to Bolte. Bolte banks it off the boards to Grand Forks defender, and that puck's going to get flipped up and out of play. Off the draw, Aviators face-off win. They dump it down in, giving chase behind the goal line by Theraldson. He gets taken down on the play. Puck recovered by Aviators, broken up by DeFiore. Pass up to the point. Point shot, bouncing over everyone. It's 14 who was taking a nap down on the ice. And a slash by 16 is going to send him for retaliation against DeFiore, thinking that DeFiore was tying up his teammate after the teammate was just laying there. So that's going to be a power play opportunity now for the Angels. It's a far side face-off down in the Aviators' end. Off the draw, puck kept in at the point by Peaslin. Pass forward to DeFiore, along the far wall to Polanski. Polanski back to DeFiore, sends it far side to Jace Peaslin, who was set up. That's the type of play you like to see happen. That's a power play goal. Nice job on the formation setup. That's how you bury pucks when you decide to actually shoot the puck. Sandy's coming out with the draw. Walks across from Darrellton. Broken up, poke check initially. And that was barely offsides as Christian Sandy had recovered it and was driving forward. Sandy with the draw, driving forward, recovering it. Goal checked away by 18. Aiken tied up along the boards. Christian Sandy battling for it. D-to-D pass, banked off the boards to 5. 5 is going to hit 8, stripped away by Therrelson. Therrelson bouncing it off the skate of Tweeten. Tweeten shoots it down deep off the glass. Stopped behind the net by the goalie, pressured by Sandy. Balled off the boards to 4. 4 is going to backhand it back near side, where it'll be recovered by Therrelson. Therrelson cycling down around. Pressured, puts on the brakes, change of direction, sends it back out along the boards just behind Aiken. Recovered by 18. 18 headmans it up to 5, couldn't handle the pass. Found the stick of Nyquist. Nyquist fed it up to Aiken. A super high elbow hit by 7 to Aiken. Cheap shot, so it's going to get brought back down by Nyquist. Broken up by him. 7's going to grab it near side. This pass across. 2-6 couldn't be received. Recovered by Jenner Peaslin, but he's pushed off the puck. That'll pass now up to Polanski up along the wall. Polanski banking off, pass off the boards. Sends it across just behind Lundy, who was teed up. A little bit better placement pass, and Lundy would have buried that one. Grand Forks back on the offensive. Puck kept in at the point by 15, but hammered back out by Lundy. To the stick of 8. 8 dumps it back down deep. Bounces off the body of Jenner Peaslin. Chipped out of the zone by M&F. But the backhand pass broken up by M&F, and he's going to continue skating it out now along the far side wall. He's going to get hip-checked up into the boards, but get up and keep going after it. Puck flipped up into the glass, kept in at the point by Lundy. Pulled off the boards by Polanski, but out of the zone. Jenner Peaslin sends it across to M&F. M&F gets taken down. Number 7 certainly looking like he wants to take somebody out. 18 with it. Continuing to cycle down now along the boards. Centering pass broken up by Bolte. Battle behind the net with Jenner Peaslin with it. Sends it up to Polanski. Behind him, shot from the point. Glove saved by Noonan. Cleared wide. Pass from behind the goal line by Bolte. And a feisty number 10 with a ponytail. Throwing some hands with Bolte behind the goal line. Nice job by Noonan on the save and covering. 8:55 to go in period 3. Angels leading 4-1. Nice face-off win by 16. Shot by 9. Blocker saved by Noonan. Covered by Nyquist. Nyquist changing direction behind the goal line to Therrelson. Haroldson sidestepping, a couple players, lost the though into the skates of 14. 14 sent into the boards by Noah. Haroldsson's going to get tripped up. So now Weston Olson's going to continue carrying it in. He's going to shoot a puck. Sent it in from the wide angle, missed the net. And now it's going to be a power play opportunity. Oh, I had forgotten to take that off. The power play again for the Angels. That's going to bring out power play line. DeFiore with the draw. Wins it out to the point. Jenner Peasland sends it along the wall to Polanski. Polanski couldn't keep control of it. Tied up in the corner. Broken up though by Jace Peasland. His shot goes wide of the net. Stepping up from the point was Polanski. Fed out front to Noah. Broken up by the Aviators. They bank the puck off the boards. Giving chase to recover it is Jenner Peasland. He'll skate it down behind the Angels net, sends it up along the wall to Polanski. Polanski's pass broken up right out front. Shot saved by Noonan. Recovered by Polanski. Behind the goal line to Peasland, up to Jace Peasland. Jace Peasland skating it up along the wall, lost it on the stick handle. Continuing to chase after it. He'll put on the brakes behind the goal line, coming back near side. Passed it behind DeFiore, who can't catch a pass where his stick is at. DeFiore kept in at the point by Jenner Peasland. Shot from DeFiore, got deflected off his stick up and over. Carried out of the zone now by 4. 4 wins the red line, dumps it down deep. Puck continues to wrap up along the boards. Grabbing it, bringing it back out is Jenner Peasland. Peasland's going to continue skating. He'll get hip checked into the boards, but not before allowing it to go to Noah. Noah sends it up to Jenner Peasland. And Sandy with the rebound and a very quick premature whistle by the referee with the puck still loose. And the play was called dead before Sandy could bury it. But from the referee's viewpoint, it looked like the puck had been frozen, so you can't fault him for that. Good job on Sandy for being there looking for that loose puck. Do it again, bud. Off the draw, puck slapped along the glass. Finally able to make it out to the stick of Therrelton. Therrelton cycling up through the middle. He'll wind up. He rips a shot and beats the goalie up over the blocker. Nice job, carries it in. That's a power play goal for Therrelton. After receiving the puck from getting cleared out of the zone by Grand Forks, that's a 4-goal lead now for the Angels, as they're up 5-1 against Grand Forks. 6:48 to go in period number 3. Face off won by Angels. Harrelson sent it up to Key. Braden Key back in the game after serving his 10-minute. Luke Cook tries to figure out what to do with it. Got pushed off the puck, but kept it in. Battle now in the corner by Polanski. Pass off the boards from 11. Kept in at the point by Key, or by Cook. Puck snuck around Therrelton. Giving chase is Therrelton. Therrelton lost it on the stick handle. Tries feeding it up to Polanski. Therrelton got punched in the side of the head from, oh, look at that, number 7. Surprise, surprise. Nice pass across to Polanski. He'll wind up. He rips a shot, sent it into the laces of 3. Puck wrapped along the boards, grabbed by Nyquist. Don't know how that wasn't offsides. Polanski's going to get taken down. Literally right in front of the ref as his head was smashed up into the glass. Shot from Polanski, wide angle. And 6 now. Grand Forks looking for absolute blood. And 18 coming back in with fury. Typical Grand Forks. Shot from the wide angle, hits traffic, cleared wide by Bolte. Picked up behind the net. And cleared out of the zone. Peasland's pass across to Olsen, broken up by 14. Dumped out of the zone. Finally, offsides is going to be the whistle. If you can't beat them, try and hurt them. Seems like that's the goal here of the team in white. Bolte with the draw. Loose puck picked up by 14. 14 winds up. He gets a shot on target. Cleared wide. Taking the draw is Bolte, driving forward, 9 with the shot, sent it into the skate of Bolte. Pass from 10 out to 18, his shot broken up by Olsen. Emineth gets sent into the boards. Olsen going in, tries to look for it, loose puck pulled away by Emineth. Cleared out of the zone by Jace Peasland, continue to give chase as 18 recovers. 18 pushed off the puck by Jace Peasland. Puck recovered by 9. Bouncing puck over the stick of 10. Sent down deep by Bolte. 18 recovers. Sends it up along the boards to 10. Picked up though by Therrelton. Therrelton dumps it back down deep. Bolte's getting tied up by 10, so it looks like multiple players are trying to play cheap. And icing is going to be the whistle, which brings it back down into Aviator zone. 4:05 to go in period number 3. Sandy with the face-off, puck tied up along the boards as Lundy's there. Sandy reaching for it. Aviator is able to clear it out. Coming in to get it is Nyquist. Nyquist sends it across, bouncing off the stick of Aiken. 17 sent it back down. Broken up by Nyquist, who's puck down to Therrelton. Therrelton, bank pass off the boards to the stick of 15. 15's going to skate it back down, cutting up through the middle. Had the puck poke checked away, shot towards net, broken up by the skate of Therrelton. Back across to Nyquist. Nyquist is going to flip it out of the zone. Aiken with it. Aiken carrying it over the blue line, sidesteps multiple checks, continues chasing down into the corner. Recovered by the Aviators. Sent it up along the boards, tries to pull it off, broken up by Aiken, bounced off the stick of Sandy, recovered by Lundy. Lundy sends it out to the point, to Peasland, back to Lundy. Back to Peasland. Peasland rips a shot, nice deflection down with a leg save by the goalie. Kept in at the far point by Emineth. Covered now by 4. And he's going to launch it all the way down for an icing. So it'll be a far side face-off back down in the Aviators' end with 2:52 to go. In period number 3, Angels have a commanding lead of 4 goals with a score of 5-1 over Grand Forks Aviators. Face off against DeFiore. Puck tied up along the side wall, brought out by the Aviators, getting around Emineth. 7's got the puck. 7 winds up, he rips a shot towards Noonan. He's out front, Noonan covers it with the glove. It'll be a far side face-off following the freeze. DeFiore setting up for the draw. Face-off one, DeFiore to the stick of Emineth. Emineth skates it down, reversed it back far side, picked up in the corner by Noah. Noah passed it up to DeFiore. DeFiore sidesteps a body check by 7, who missed completely. Lots of battle now along the near side wall, recovered by 18. 18 wins the red line, dumps it back down into the far corner. It's going to get picked up by Jenner Peasland. Jenner Peasland gets sent into the boards. Passed up to Jace Peasland. Jace Peasland feeds it across to Noah, far side. Noah had it stripped away off of the stick, but dumps it back down in. Pass from Grand Forks, able to get it out. And 6 stepping up. So 6 and 11 are both going to go for the remainder of the game, as they'll both get 2 minutes, and there's a minute 54 remaining. And 7 to really upset, slaps the stick. Face off down in Grand Forks end. Luke Cook with the face-off. Face-off, get going, and Polanski's tied up, and that's going to be a penalty now against Grand Forks on the trip, and that touch is going to call it to a play, so it's a power play advantage now for the foreseeable future in favor of the Angels. Near side face-off now, glove hand of the goalie. Face-off won by Sandy. Pass from M&F from the wall over to Aiken, over to Theraldson, back to M&F. Theraldson couldn't handle the pass right back from M&F. Loose puck picked up by Aiken. Aiken cycling around, drop pass, allowing, apologize for the video, allowing Theraldson to grab it behind the goal line. Pass forward from Sandy up to Aiken. Aiken continuing to skate down. He's body checked hard into the boards. 5:15, poke checked away. Going for it is Sandy. Sandy pulling the puck off the wall towards the net. And Braden Key taking a jab in the high body by 15. 15 getting scolded by the official for playing cheap. Minute 9 to go in period 3. Face off one to Fiore out to the point. Jared Peaslin on the turn. His wind-up shot broken up off the skate of 5. Recovered behind the goal line by Noah. Noah passed back across to DeFiore. DeFiore was trying to feed it across to Noah or Nyquist. Noah recovers back to DeFiore. Feeding it up to Nyquist. His shot gets deflected up into the netting. 48.1 seconds to go, period 3. Off the drive, puck one near side, pass dumped all the way down by 15, and that'll be an icing whistle. It brings it back. 40.2 seconds remaining in the game.
Fargo Angels penalty, number 11, Jason Martinez for roughing. Grand Forks Angels penalty, number 6, Mason Galbucci for roughing. Number 17, Jackson Martinez for tribute.
DeFiore with the draw, near side face-off, glove hand of the goalie. Face-off one, Aviators along the wall. Passed out to the point by DeFiore. To Peaslin, back to DeFiore. DeFiore across to Polanski. Polanski drop pass to Peaslin. Peaslin shot on target, and it sneaks through on the sneak, so that'll terminate the Grand Forks penalty. Let's see, who all had that? Yeah, I think DeFiore and Polanski maybe touched that one. Nice goal by Peaslin. Same trio that had the first goal here in the third period. Off the drop, puck dumped in along the boards by Bolte. And 17 seconds to go as it backs forward, broken up by Theraldson. Near side pass, bank pass off the board from Tweeten. And Tweeten steamrolls a player. And 5 seconds to go. It's going to get flipped up. And 5 goes in, tries to hit Theraldson. And Olsen getting talked to by 3. What a cheap shot. Yep, continue on back to your line. Typical Grand Forks, like I said before. Glad we got out of this one without any serious injury. as expected. Good job, Angels. Way to command the game. And that'll do it for us here in Grand Forks. Thanks for being with us.